is it Sue Carbines?
No, we don't.
And I just noticed,
Yeah,
so
should be 5 minutes.
these are 5-minute presentations from the Residents Association. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's just a bit of asphalt.
Right. Kia ora koutou. I'm Meg Rolston and this is Sue Carbines from the Southshore Residents Association. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak to our submission. The Southshore Residents Association is an incorporated society funded in 1947 and we represent the interests of nearly 500 households in South Shore. Today we're only going to speak to our main concern in our written submission. As you know, we've been coming to Council for the last several years asking for our estuary edge that was badly damaged in the earthquake sequence to be repaired. We've worked collaboratively with Council to achieve a solution that was ultimately co-designed by Jacobs and Gary Tarr of OSAL, an expert appointed by Council to assist the community's interests in the solution design. This solution was mandated by the Council resolution in 2019, titled CNCL 2019 00196, with the solution being presented to Council and accepted in November 2020. And our residents are pleased to see funding allocated within the long-term plan for this long-awaited earthquake repair to be implemented. And we fully support the funding allocated under the long-term plan, including capital spend items 56590, 45166, 61615 and 62549.
I'm going to interject and just say you don't need to read out all of the detail.
Okay.
Because we've read the submission, but just the passion.
Right.
Right.
Well, we fully support that funding. So, and one of our issues is that while the projects within the long-term plan have been called flood and erosion protection, we just want to make sure that it's clear that these projects are earthquake repairs, returning our community to pre-earthquake levels of protection. The implementation of this earthquake repair will address a major community wellbeing concern and alleviate stress within our community. We look forward to seeing the work commence, and we want to thank the council staff and community board who continue to work with us on this issue. And we'll be back next year to ensure funding flows through to the annual plan and that work commences.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. James.
Kia ora, Meg, Sue. In your submission, you're also asking for allocation in the long-term plan for the reinstatement of the two-way section of New Brighton Road. I don't know if you know that the staff came out on Monday to brief the community board, and the issue with that, and that's about the new Pages Road. Have you been updated on that?
No.
Okay, I can tell you that the funding for that is around in the nature of 17 to $20 million. So that's a little bit of an issue, but it is being considered.
Oh, well, that's encouraging. Great.
Yeah, because you mentioned that there.
Yes.
And the evacuation route, you also mentioned in your submission, that was addressed quite thoroughly, and there are plans afoot for that too,
Brilliant.
as part of the Pages Road.
That's great. We wanted to support our neighbours in that, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, I think that there are big issues associated with that area of road, which floods from below as well as from alongside. So it's a very challenging area of land, and I'm not necessarily convinced that it needs to be located where it is.
No, it may not be, but it's that
but
route. As long as there's some route
it needs to be fully integrated into what is the Otakaro Avon River corridor and the Pages Road bridge, which is essentially the entrance into New Brighton from the west. So, I mean, there's a lot of work to do in this area. I know this area very well. I remember walking across that bridge on the 22nd of February 2011, and it's an area that I'm absolutely
well, that's one of the
passionate
concerns,
about.
isn't it? Is if the bridges are out, then you need that route. So,
Yeah, and look, in terms of evacuation, only communities know how to evacuate, and the resilience planning process, all of the work that's going on in terms of adaptation planning over time, the communities have got to really own that. I was furious when I basically saw people stuck on the Bridge Street Bridge, at a time that if there had been a tsunami actually heading our way, that would have been the worst place to be, sort of rather than on top of the land, on the sand dunes probably would have been safer. So there's a lot of work to be done, but you've raised really significant issues, and I hope you come back to say thank you. I mean,
That would be
a
fabulous.
positive thank you, as a not a
Yeah.
not a gratitude
Yes,
thank you.
I understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, keep that funding flowing and we'll be thinking.
Excellent. No, thank you very much.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.